We're going to Wembley. We're going to Wembley. Yes, we are, guys. Yes, we are going to Wembley. United have beaten Nottingham Forest 3-0 away from home. Surely we cannot mess this up from here. Surely we're going to Wembley. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm happy. I'm excited. I hope you are. It was a good game. Not an amazing game, but it was a good game of football. A professional performance by Man United. We're going to talk about it. Rashford, once again, really good solo goal. Not quite sure about the defending from Nottingham Forest, if I'm going to be quite honest. But Weghorst scored his first goal for Man United. We're going to get into it. Casemiro is back. Lingard came on. Yeah, we're going to chop it up. He's not a 100 million player. He's not. United did overspend for him. He's probably a 50 million player. And he's going to be judged like a 100 million player, and he's not that. He's still rough around the edges, Anthony. You can tell. But I think his ceiling as a footballer is very high. You can see he has the technical ability. He just needs the refinement. And I'm sure Ten Hag can do it. Bruno today was just Bruno. Bruno today was just Bruno. He did Bruno things. He played some nice passes and he played some really terrible passes. He did some nice flicks and he also did some very needless flicks. He pleased me and he frustrated the hell out of me. Bruno is Marmite. If you're not about it, as usual, before we get into the discussions, before we get into the conversation, smash the like, turn on the notifications, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe below. So, yeah, Wembley, come on. United are not going to let a free goal lead slip at Old Trafford. It doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. So I think we can comfortably say that United are in the final, and it probably, not definitely, but it probably will be Newcastle, and we can beat Newcastle. We can beat Newcastle. So I'm hoping this is the first trophy of many, but let's not even get ahead. Let's talk about the game. First and foremost, the manager went strong. He weren't joking around today. He said, okay, cool. Varane, you can argue, would have been our strongest team. But yeah, apart from that, and Dallow's injured, of course. Luke Shaw maybe from Malasia. But that was a strong team. That was a strong lineup he went for. And yeah, he means business. He's respecting the cup, and he has been respecting the cup, to be honest. And he wants to win a trophy. And why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to win a trophy? To be fair, teams are taking this, or have been taking this competition seriously, or more and more seriously as the years have gone on, because they just realise the value, or at least they're starting to treasure even more the importance of winning a trophy, especially this trophy, because there's so many top teams now, rather than the top four, there's now a top six, potentially top seven, and they all want to win a trophy. So, yeah, we started strong. We started a strong team, should I say. And the game, we started the game strong. We started strong, and I've been saying this for a long time. We don't start games intensely. We start the games well in terms of we gain possession and control of games well, but the way Arsenal start games with intensity, and I keep saying, it's annoying using Arsenal as an example, but just in terms of the intensity, the way they start games and the way they press, I really want us to start games like that, and I think that's probably where Ten Hag wants us to be eventually. But we still started well, and we scored. We scored within the first 5 minutes, and once again, it was Rashford, the star boy, who's come up with the goods a lot this season, and it's just a breath of fresh air. I've been a big critique of Rashford for a long time. I really wanted him to. There's a lot of fundamentals of his game that I just didn't think were good enough, and I didn't think he could improve, and he is improving them. He has been improving them, and you know what? Rashford is a confidence player, and I always said he's a more instinctive player. I still don't think he is the best footballer in terms of decision making, in terms of football IQ. But once he's in his flow, and once he's feeling confident, and it's the off the cuff stuff. That's what he's good at. Once he's given too much time to make a decision, sometimes he can still often make the wrong decisions. And he's not perfect. No footballer is perfect, of course. He still can get better. But the kid right now is on fire. He's on fire. I just want us to start scoring more team goals, because Rashford has come up with the goods a lot by just, running at a player and shooting. I mean, like the goal against Arsenal, he took the ball, opened his body up from 25 yards, smack. United need to still improve that cohesion in the final third. It's still not there yet. So we're still kind of relying on tiny moments of brilliance here and there to score goals, rather than working a team goal, So that's one thing I will say. But great goal from Rashford to open up the scoring. I think the defending from Nottingham Forest for that wasn't even that good. I was watching it back and I was like, what? So nobody wanted to get a challenge in? You just let this guy just left, right, jingle and waltz through your bouncers and into your VIP section. Like what? Like he's on the guest list. It was just crazy, but good goal from Rashford. And that settled the game down. After Rashford scored that goal, United was in control for a while, passing it around, not quickly or anything like that, but just keeping possession, moving it side to side. And while watching the game, I noticed something, and I don't usually actually listen to the commentators, because when you listen to the commentator, just like how you listen to this, you listen to my opinion, right? This is my point of view. That's it. It's not facts. Well, some things will be facts, but this is just a lot of this will be my opinion. So when you're listening to a commentator, a lot of times you're forced, or you'll be tempted to watch football through their lens. And I'm listening to Gary Neville, so I don't always listen to commentators. Sometimes I just mute the TV or turn them down. But I was listening to Gary Neville talk about how Anthony needs to be like Mahrez. And I'm thinking, what? Who says that? He needs to do the Mahrez thing. He needs to be like Mahrez. And I'm thinking, who speaks like that? Who says another footballer needs to be like another footballer? Like that's why. Why does he need to? I don't know. It was just, there's one thing with Anthony that I've seen. There's already what I call a whiffle, a murmur of xenophobic sort of like, maybe it's not even xenophobia, but there's an agenda forming against Anthony already. People just not, whether it's because he did that little skill that he did, where he went all the way around, that little and people were in outroar that he did that. Oh, why did he do that? He didn't do anything. He didn't achieve anything. Since then, there's been something in the air. Something in the air when it comes to Anthony. Every time he touches the ball, I feel like the commentators don't want to say anything positive about him. I don't know what it is, but I'm conscious he's gonna get the Pogba treatment. I'm conscious. I don't know. We'll see. But do you know what? After they scored their offside goal, they just grew in confidence. They grew in confidence after they scored their offside goal. And I thought, this might be a game. It's 1-0, only 1-0. Nottingham Forest could get into it. The offside goal lifted them. They started having a few more shots, getting a few more saves out of De Gea. And they slowly started getting more into the game. The game became more even. That being said, I spoke about the fact that we weren't really creating chances for Weghorst, in my opinion. We weren't. And for most of the first half, actually, a lot of times Weghorst was in a good position, but Eriksen delayed the pass, or when somebody attempted the pass or the cross, it would be too low or too high. And it's just that final ball to Weghorst today just did not come. And that is what I'm talking about. In the final third, we still don't have that cohesion, and it's getting there. It's getting there. But most importantly, the quality and the delivery isn't good enough. And it's because we don't have, Anthony and Rashford aren't suppliers of goals. Maybe Anthony a little bit. And they are, but they're not. Their first instinct isn't to cross the ball, And Weghorst needs you to cross the ball. I think we need someone like Sancho, perhaps. Hopefully when he comes back, who knows. But we didn't have that. But we created a chance. And the chance that we created for Anthony was a type of chance, or is a type of chance that I think we need to be creating more of, those team goals. That one-touch football, that one-touch passing was just beautiful. It was just beautiful. And Anthony should have scored. He should have scored. Anthony's not the finished article. And like I said, I think he cost up to around 100 million. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he will be judged accordingly. But the problem is he's not a 100 million player. He's not. United did overspend for him. He's probably a 50 million player. And he's going to be judged like a 100 million player, and he's not that. He's still rough around the edges, Anthony. You can tell. But I think his ceiling as a footballer is very high. You can see he has the technical ability. He just needs the refinement. And I'm sure Ten Hag can do it. But yeah, he should have scored there. And yeah, like I said, the final pass to Weghorst today was just not good. It was just not there at all. And I feel sorry for the man. And it just shows that even when Martial has any opportunities or when he gets his chances, it's because he's good. He's good. It's hard for our strikers to get chances the way that our wingers play. Still, even now, it is. But after all that BS with that Bruno shot, that wild shot that Bruno made, that made Ten Hag get vexed and pop up flipping blood vessel. After all that malarkey, we scored. And Weghorst got his first goal. And I'm happy. I'm happy for the guy. And I hope he goes on to score more goals, because as we can see, and to my disappointment, because I really like the guy, Martial, we can't rely on Martial because his body is just failing him at the moment. His body is not doing what he wants it to do. His injury record is just, at this moment, hampering his career. It is. So we need Weghorst to start scoring, and I hope now he's going to gain confidence and just go on to score more goals, because we need. Rashford can't score every game, and there's going to be a time where he's going to hit that bad spell. He is going to hit a spell where he's going to run into players. He's going to run with his head down. He's going to shoot 5 times and he's not going to score. Then he's going to have another game where he's not going to score, maybe. And then his confidence might have dropped for 2 or 3 games. Like, it might happen again. This is football. This happens, So we're going to need players to chip in and stop putting all our chips on one player. That's why we need a team. We need this guy to start firing on all cylinders. But yeah, that was the first half, and that's how I saw the first half. The second half, we started really well. Again, United settled down well. I noticed that Bruno moved over to the right-hand side a little bit. Perhaps that was to see if we can get some crosses in to the box, because the thing with Anthony playing on the right, especially today, he kept cutting in on his left. And I know you're left-footed, Anthony, but it doesn't mean you always have to cut in on your left. You can still use your left foot to dribble on the outside. And he didn't really take his man on today. And I don't know why. He could have. I think he could have faced his man on. But we will see, because like I said, the kid is young. I think he's only 21. He's got a very high ceiling. He's very talented. He had a decent game today. But yeah, I'm wondering, maybe Bruno went over to that side, over to the right-hand side to try to get some crosses into Weghorst because we just couldn't get anything into the guy. And he was trying his best. He was dropping deep, collecting the ball, spraying it, bringing others into play, but we just couldn't create a chance. Even though he scored, we didn't create a chance for him. But yeah, Ericsson, excuse me, Ericsson hit the crossbar. Ericsson, and I've said this in my other videos, his performances have been very average of late. And today was no difference. I don't think he played that well. And he hit the crossbar and he had a few moments, but there was a few times where he was very lackadaisical on the ball. Very just slow on the ball. And that brings me on to Casemiro. Casemiro has been our player of the season. And for me, he has been our best player. Today wasn't one of his best games, let's be honest. Today, maybe he's out of rhythm because he didn't play the last game. I don't know, but he at times was caught in possession a bit too easily today, I felt. But that's me being critical of a performance where we've won 3-0 away from home, so there you go. Lingard came on for Nottingham Forest as well. It's good to see Jesse. Garnacho came on for Rashford. That's fine. Good. Take Rashford off. We're winning 2-0 away from home. We got other games. We need to keep Rashford as fit as possible. He's on form. He's red hot right now. So yeah, take the kid off. I'm happy to bring on Garnacho. Let Garnacho get some minutes. Like I said, Lingard came on. Fred and Pellistri came on for Ericsson and Anthony. And the game, after around 70 minutes, let's be honest, the game kind of fizzled out. Nottingham Forest had a few moments of possession, had a few shots, a few corners that didn't really come to anything. And from the 70th minute to essentially the 88th minute, for about 20 minutes, nothing really happened in the game of note until we scored, until Bruno, who actually started the move, a through ball into Pellistri. And of course, we also what happened, the goalkeeper tackled Pellistri, the ball fell to Ilanga, and Ilanga scooped the ball, fed it to Bruno. That's actually a really good spot from Ilanga, and it fell to Bruno perfectly. And when Bruno connects with the ball well, the ball usually goes where he wants it to go. And yeah, good goal from Bruno. Bruno today was just Bruno. Bruno today was just Bruno. He did Bruno things. He played some nice passes and he played some really terrible passes. He did some nice flicks and he also did some very needless flicks. He pleased me and he frustrated the hell out of me. Bruno is Marmite. That's what he is. But he did Bruno things today. But yeah, we're going to Wembley, man. If Arsenal are going to win the league, let's win the Carabao Cup. I'm not going to get ahead of myself because, Villarreal happened, but Ten Hag isn't Ollie, and I like to think we're in a better place now. So, yeah, whoever it is, whether it's Southampton or whether it's Newcastle, I think whoever it is, I think we're going to win it. That's my thoughts on the game. My man in the match. I agree with Gary Neville for once, actually. I think Martinez was the man of the match today. Aaron Wan-Bissaka had a decent game today, but he's very shaky in possession. He's not press resistant. He's very, very not press resistant. If you close him down, he panics and he doesn't know what to do. And that's the problem with Aaron today. Lindelof had an iffy game today. Casemiro had an okay game today. Lost the possession a few times. Ericsson, likewise. Bruno, similar. Rashford had a good game today. Anthony, decent game today. And Weghorst, I like Weghorst's performance today. I really did. I really did. I think it was good. He held the ball up well, brought others into play, and he occupied that space. He occupied that space very well. So yeah. Good performance from the lads. Onwards and upwards. Here we go. Yeah, there you have it. What do you guys think of the game? Let me know. What was your opinion? Give me some information. Give me some football knowledge. Drop your comments below. Who was your man in the match? Who do you want in the final? Do you even care about who you want in the final? What do you think of Casemiro's performance today? How important is Weghorst going to be? Where is Martial? Is Sancho ever going to come back? And if he does, is he going to ever hit the heights that we think or hope he should be hitting? I don't know. But we're going to Wembley. And that's all that matters, man. We're going to Wembley, guys. Be happy. Celebrate. Enjoy it. Even though the second leg's to come, we can watch the second leg with our feet up. Relaxing. Anyway, enjoy your day. Enjoy your week. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Smash the like, turn on the notifications, and if you haven't yet, subscribe, share, do all of that. Starting a little channel. If you're not